guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So today I thought we would try and get as much done as we can of finishing this journal cover. So this is the Shabby wardrobe. I've already made one journal which I showed you. I'll link the last video because this is how we made the journal cover. But I just wanted to finish it off because you guys have been asking how I actually do the wardrobe door like this. So I've done that bit and we're going to attach that in a bit. I did sew around this one and I'm going to sew around this one in a minute, but I'm going to add some papers. So these are the papers I thought I'd pop on the inside. So we're going to have this one on here. This is for, so we've got 5 pieces because we've got 5 sections. We've got 2 sort of like spines and 3 sort of main pieces. So I'm going to pop that piece on the spine. That will go on there. A little bit on the spine on this one. This will be where the sort of wardrobe bit is, and then we will have that on the back piece like that. So that's how it's going to go. And then what I will do, I will just sew around the whole of it to keep the pages on and really to sort of like keep these bits on. Now I've got some other bits and pieces that I thought I might put corners on as well on this one, so we shall see how we go today. Now I want to get these level. They are all the same height, but these bits, you know, I just want to make sure that they're going to be level along the edges. So what I think I might do, I'm going to just got a little clip. I'm just going to clip that there, just so that gives me the line to stick these down with. So I want to put the spiny bits on first and stick those down, but we want to make sure we are going to be running the right way. Like that. So it's just, you know, it'd be quite nice to make it a little bit even so it's all nice and straight. So that will go on there, and then I'm going to, I think maybe just pop a clip on this end one for a minute, just so that's in line. I know it's a bit fancy pantsy, but you don't have to do it like this, but I would like it to be, you know, nice and straight. So that's the one we're going to put on first. And I was thinking I'm going to use some glue, just some tacky glue, because it will make it, tacky glue, it sort of softens the paper up. So maybe we can sort of like get in there little holes. I can't honestly remember what I stuck it down the other ones down with, but I am going to sew it as well, so we should be good. And this is the one I'm going to be sewing the signature into, this little section. So let's lift that up, pop that on there. So we just want to make sure, oops, that that's level. There we go. Make sure I don't get glue everywhere. Let's stick that down. I'm going to just take this off so I don't get glue all over the place. Oh, let's leave that one on because I'm a bit of a nightmare. Let's go in into our little bits there, like that. I might leave this to just dry for a little while because I want to make sure it's stuck down there properly. And before I actually bend it all together, I will sew it, and I will sew around these bits, each little section as well, I think, just to make sure that the paper's on there and it's going to hold down nicely. There we go. So that's that one. This is the middle one, so we want that one to go there, over just a little bit. Let's put, oh, I'm going to take that one off. Let's put some glue on here. I've been trying to get this video done all week, and and I've just been so busy, so busy. I had to go and get my eyes tested because I think when I had the pain in my tooth, that's subsided now and it's fixed, so which is really good. It gave me earache as well, and I think it sort of affected all that region, you know, your ears and your eyes and your nose and everything. So it's been one of those weeks, hasn't it, or a couple of weeks, where it's just a bit of a nightmare. But fingers crossed, I'm on the mend, everything's good. I don't like to moan, which I have been lately, but it's all good, it's all good. Right, that's that, which is looking good. So that's our little spiny bits. I put those bits on first because I think, and then we can sort of like cover them up, these little edgy bits. So this just almost tries to look like one sort of like piece of paper that goes all the way through. So that looks good. And then I've tried to do it as well, so this dress will sort of fit into the wardrobe bit, can you see? So that should sort of like pop in, and then when this lifts up, I won't lift that up because I don't want it to get unstuck. Right, shall we put this one on? I love this. I do love that shoe, those boots. I think they're beautiful. So let's just pop some glue. And again, this is the tacky glue, but you can use whatever glue that you like to use. You can stick it down with double-sided tape if you want to do, but don't sew. If you've stuck anything with double-sided tape down, please don't sew on it because it will absolutely ruin your needles. The double-sided tape is not good for sewing over. It's a bit of a nightmare. As you've probably guessed, I have tried that in the very beginning. I made such a big mess of my poor needle. Luckily it was my old sewing machine. Okay. Let's squash that down. That's looking pretty straight, isn't it? And then I think I will probably decorate this like I decorated the other one. There we go. Lovely. This little mark here was with the wardrobe door size. Does that fit? There we go. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I know a couple of you have already made this, or more than a couple, because I've had emails and some of you pop them into the Facebook group, which are just beautiful, and it gives people so many different ideas, which is lovely, and gives me ideas as well, which I love to see them in the group. So there we go. I did put a video on for members, for the Pink Butterfly members on Monday, so I hope you Pink Butterflies have seen that. It was regarding this week's Friday freebie, so if you take a peek at that you will know what we were doing for the Friday freebie this week. So I managed to get that video done. There we go. Okay, that seems to be on there nicely. Let's just go down these again. And this one. Fabulous. And these beautiful shoes to go onto the end. So that could go quite over. How far? I did quite close to that edge, didn't I? So we want to sort of come quite close to this edge, just so it, you know, is even. A little bit of glue. And then once I've sewn it, I'll show you. I was going to put the corners on, and I've also got another idea for a closure for the wardrobe. I think that it's taken me ages to sort of try and work this out today. But I'll show you that in a moment. When this has been sewn, let's just move over. There we go. Nice and neat and tidy, look at that. Super. Okay. Lovely, lovely. This will hold down once I've sewn it, because of my little bit of sticking of the corners wasn't the best. Okay, so that's that. I'm just going to turn this over. I'm just loving this, and I was thinking, I've got these little corners, look. I don't want to bend it, but I think they will work really well on there, don't you? I might put those on. And the other one that I was going to do was this, but I've actually changed my mind now. Surprise, surprise. And I have found this in my ribbon, my spools. And look at that. Oh, I think that's going to look fabulous. I think that is going to look really well, because it's all the pinkies in there. And then I've got these lovely little ones that I made in the Shabby Saturday. So this would be the front. So whether I put that down like that, just a little bit lower down, and have that on there as the front, just love it. I think that looks so pretty. And we've also got this one, but I think this one, I think that's lovely. I'm running out of these, so I think I need to make some more. I think they're just stunning. Right, so what do you think, guys? This one, I wish you could answer me, or I wish I could hear you. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? And now it's a little bit high here, so when I sew it, I've got to make sure that I come up quite high on here, so I do actually catch it, because I'm going to have to sew from the other side, because as we're going to have the backing on the other side, and I don't want to see that. Okay, this is the start of the other journal that I'm doing to go into here. And I've also got, I did have somewhere, oh, don't want to bend that. Oh, I don't know what I've done with that. I've got another piece of hard backing to do the back piece. So, but we will go through that in a moment. So, first thing I'm going to do, like I said, I've already sewn that, and I think it looks really good. Just all the way along, straight all the way along, and that's our little one. Anyway, I'm gonna move my sewing machine down, pop that down. I will just run through this quickly. Let's go. So I've got some nice pretty pink cotton in there, and I'm going to start from here. I think I've got to make sure. Let's see if I can catch this. We shall see, guys. We shall see. It will come out how it comes out, won't it? I know you can't see that, but I'm just going to quickly sort of like speed this up as I go through. Okay, let's see what's happened on the other side. I could feel it getting caught a little bit. Oh, look at that. That's perfect. Can you see? I've caught it right the way along there. All the way along, and all the way along there. Oh, how lovely. That makes me happy. Right. Now I'm going to sew down here and down each one of these, just to make sure that that paper is on there properly. So let's see. Okay. So this is where, you know, it does need sewing if you're going to use sort of like fabric and stuff. You can obviously glue it with fabric glue and stuff, but you know, to be on the safe side, it's quite nice to sew it. Now, shall I sew from this stitching? Yes. I'm going to just put that in. Okay guys, there we go. Let's just pop that to the side. I think that should be enough of the sewing. Let's see. Whoa, look at that. So that goes like that, and that opens out. Fabulous, I love it. So now I know that these bits aren't gonna go anywhere. It's all stuck down nicely. Let's turn this over. And it's quite nice because it's sort of like got the pinky thread on there, so you can't really see too much of it on the outside. Well, you can see it, but it's not completely a different colour. Do you know what I mean? Right, let's get rid of all these little bits and pieces. So that's our wardrobe, and this is going to need to give it a little bit more of a bend, I think, like that. I love it. Right, so that's our little wardrobe, and that's our little journal bit. I quite like the sort of like lightness of it, the contrast between the sort of like the dark and the light. I think that looks really nice. Right, what we are going to do now, I'm going to glue gun this in. This is the scary bit because I'm always afraid that it's going to go wrong. So that it's got to sort of butt up against this here, like that, and that comes over like that. Fabulous. So let's do that bit first. Oh, this is the scary bit. Push my machine out of the way. So, glue gun. Let me move my glue gun over here. It's a bit of a mistake, my glue gun. Let's get another glue gun. Glue stick, I mean. Right. I'm going to just put it along the edge. Like that. Lift this up. Put this right on the edge. And sort of hold that down. Like that. So glue stick is really good. It holds down so well. Now if you have a mess, this one's not too bad, but if you have a mess in there, you could put a little bit of lace, a little bit of trim or something in there to hold that down. Now I'm going to have to turn it around this way, and this has got to butt up there like that, like so. That comes over. So I'm going to draw actually a line and make sure that's in there. Like that. That's in there like that. Hold that so it doesn't bow out. Like that. I'm going to get a pencil. Oops. It's not the easiest bit. This is a little bit tricky. Let's take your time because you want it on here really well, don't we? I'm going to hold that like that. Draw a line. Okay, and then obviously I need to stick that on the line. Stick this on the line. Last one I did, obviously, I just went for it Didn't really think much about it, but now I'm doing it again, I think I might be sort of overthinking it just a tad. So let's take this, push that down. There we go, that's okay. And then we need to put this one in there, like that. Ta-da! And then we've got a magnet to close that. I've got a different way of doing the magnet, so I'm hoping you can see this. Let's just, this is just, I think, just a tiny bit too big. Just a fraction, but obviously it's going to work. But just take your time if you're going to be doing it. Like so. Perfect. Hold that down. Just a tiny bit over. I can push that in. But there we go. So that's our little box. So if you wanted to make a box, you could make a box this way as well. So that would come over and go on. So I'm going to have a magnet on this. I'm going to do it from the inside. I'm just wondering whether I'm going to show you what contraption that I did. Where are they? Where are they? I've got these. Now I've had these for ages. They're little sort of magnetic clips for bags. There's one side and then you get the other side. I've got glue gun everywhere. This clips onto your bag on one side, and these are for fabric, and then they were just clipped together like that. Now they are really quite difficult to get apart, so I'm just going to take my pliers like that. So they got little, you've probably seen them before if you've made bags or something. And I'm just thinking, I've got a piece of the thick card and I put it in there. I haven't put it down yet, and I was either going to put it here and attach this one to the top, or that might be in the way, or I might just pop them in the corners. I might just do two, so there's one in there and one in there, so they're not, you know, so they're not in the way of this middle bit. And I think it would close them down quite well either side, wouldn't it? Or just click shut. And then maybe I could just have a little something here to open it out. So that's my other idea. So I might go for that. So I might make a couple more of these little funny little things that I made. I'll probably put a bottom on that so it just sticks down. I'll cover it. This comes off. I've generally just poked those through a little hole. So that's the other idea I was thinking of. So they wouldn't, could put it there, but it would be sort of like right in the middle, and I want to put a nice pretty dress in there. So we shall have a little think about that one. What did I do with the other one? Here it is, it's stuck, look, it's magnetic, it's stuck to my little thing. So let's just take that off. I put them in two little different tubs so I know what they are. So that's my idea of a closure. I'm probably again overthinking it, but this, look at that glue just holds it on really well. So that's our front, like that. And then we have our journal. So our journal will go in there. Now here's my piece of card. Now the last one I did, I attached the piece of card to the back page, but it was a little bit awkward to sew this signature in, and it sort of bent this just a little bit on there. So I want to find a way of attaching this so it's independent, but so it's not attached to this, but you know what I mean, it'll be a little separate piece, but you would want it there. So if you're writing in your journal, it's not going to bend the back page. Do you know what I mean? You've got something sturdy to write onto. So I'm just trying to figure out what I can do to attach that. So the only thing I do is cover it with paper and then have it overlap and stick it down, if you know what I mean. Like that. So you'd have another piece of paper there or a piece of tape, and then I just sort of cover that up. But this piece needs to be level with that, if you know what I mean. So, and then we'd have the journal in the middle, so we would have to go like there. That's what I mean. So this would have to be there, like that. So I think I will probably just cover that. Have I got anything here? I do have some bits of paper. Do you know what I mean? So if it came off just a little bit, that would stick down, and you'd still have that to move. So that's what I was thinking about. So that's it, guys. So this is basically what I wanted to show you, was to put this together like that, and that's your basic journal. Whether you wanted to add anything else that's different to it, whether you wanted to add, you know, your piece of paper or a hard piece of card there, or just a couple of little journals, signatures in there. But I'm just going to add the one into this. I think so. That's that. I'm going to take this. I think this is going to look absolutely gorgeous on it. I keep saying that I finished and I carry on. I'm dreadful, but I think this will look beautiful, won't it? Should I have sewn that on there with it? What do you think? I could probably just go over that with a little stitch, couldn't I? But I just think that's going to look so, so pretty. It's either like that, or I could have it like a little angle. Let's close our pocket. Attach these, and just have that as like a little pocket going through. So this would sort of come down. It would still go round, but it'll go round at an angle. Oh, I do complicate things sometimes. What do you think? I think it might make it look... I quite like the idea of the pocket, but I think it's going to be a bit of a palaver. On there. But I think I will probably just stick this down and then just go over this little bit. I think sew that in just to here, just to hold it tight. I think that's what I will do. Shall I do that now? Shall we get that done? Okay. That's what I'm going to do. Where's my little scissors? It's a little bit... There we go. So let's put this out here like that. This could go on here. And I'm just going to cut a piece off. Just beautiful. I love it. Let's just get the scissors. I'd rather just cut a little bit more than I need. So it's on there. Let's wind that back up again. Oh, I do like this. This is beautiful, isn't it? So, is there a right way? I think that's the back. I think that's the front. So I'm going to put that on there. Shall I put it lower? Do you think it needs to be lower? Where's my little doodah? My little doodad. Not necessarily. Oh, I just think that's so, so pretty. Do you think I need it? Do you think it could be on its own? Well, that could be down the spine. I think I'm going to put it in the middle. Let's just put that in the middle. Like that. I think. Shall we use, I'm going to use Fabri-Tac because then I can sew that bit down. I'm going to just Fabri-Tac, not Fabri-Tac, it's 3-in-1. Let's just do this first one. Do I look up? It's not quite straight, is it? Is that straight? Does that look straight to you? I think so. Okay. I'm going to do... It's quite nice because you can just cover these little flowers, can't you? The little sort of roses on there. Let's pop those on. Going to put a little bit of glue on here. I can always go over this top bit afterwards and add a little bit more glue, like that. That's on the edge, so I won't glue that one. It's just a little bit. Fabulous. Should we glue those on? I'll leave that because I'm going to sew. I might have to sew over that one. Let's pop that on. If I don't just stick them down, I won't get round to doing it. Do you know what I mean? If I don't just do it now, and then you can actually see what I'm doing. I might actually stick that one down. Just a little bit. Whoops. Fabulous. It's a little bit lower, isn't it? I think because I'm pulling it. But I can still then have room if I want to put that on there. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay. What should we do? Let's do this one. Let's do this. Let's put a little bit on there. A little bit on there. So those two are on the bendy bit. So I'm not quite sure. I think I'll leave it like that. Let's do this one. This one. I think these should be enough to stick them down. I can always go around the top bit with just a little bit of hot glue if need be. Okay, what's that like? That one and that one. Let's do these. Oops, oops. Okay, so then this bit is going to come round into our little wardrobe door, isn't it? So what I was thinking... Oh, that's quite good. Oh no, because I'm going to put them on either side, aren't I? Not in the middle. So I was going to say this would be the latch bit, wouldn't it? But that's okay. I'm going to stick that one on there. Like that. Can stick down. Fabulous. I'm going to leave that one. Or shall I just add a little bit of glue to that side? And these. Fabulous. I think I will leave that there. I'm not going to do these bits yet. I know I've done the front bit. but I'll just wait just in case I need to glue these down a little bit more, and then I can get back in there. So that will go. Let's just pop that in there like that. Oh, this is beautiful, isn't it? Look at that. Oh, I love it. I do love it. I think that's beautiful. So pretty. Oh, so pretty. I'm going to... Did I glue that one? And I glued that one. So what I need to do really is sew this down through there, don't I? So that's on there nicely. Let's just clip that on. Did I have another clip? There we are. Don't want it to be baggy. And that's not bad, because that sort of lines up pretty well. Didn't do too bad a job there. What I do is sort of pulling that little one around like that. And sew that. Maybe I will glue that a little bit. I think I can always pop a little bit of something down there, can't I? Where's my glue gone? There we are. Let's just pop a little bit of glue on these little bits. Just a little bit there. Just to hold that in. Going to stick down. There we go. I could do with a few more of my little clips, couldn't I? Let's just clip you there. Clip that one on there. And clip that one on there. So, what do you think? I think that looks pretty good. Loving it. So that's going to be outside, so I will sew that in place. This is really hard, so that's stuck on nicely. I'm going to finish my journal. So basically guys, all you need to do now is embellish it. So and put things on that. I did put a hook on there, so maybe I'll get that ready for next time. I'll do a really quick video next time. I'll get this sewn on and then do another quick video of all the sort of like little finishing touches, like the little hook on here, and I'll get these ready to pop in as well, and then I'll do a really quick video on that, and then we would have finished another one, so which is beautiful. So I'm hoping that now you've got the basic of all of this, you should know, you know, you can finish up your journal lovely. So there we go guys, nice quick one today, just finishing that up. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a fantastic rest of the day. I really didn't think I would get a video done today, but I'm hoping, you know, I will be able to put it on for tonight. We shall see. Don't forget, there's a Friday freebie this week as well, so do look out for that. So there we go guys, take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon. All right guys, bye bye.